I don't mind that. At least it gives you options.
What does that mean?
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hello!
We did it.
We figured out how to use the
Hello.
internet.
Is this thing
I figured
on?
out how to use the internet.
Oh
As
man,
the
did you
camera's
ever?
still
Did
loading.
you ever? Oh man.
Oh my god. Anyways, this is weird. It's like coming back home, and everything has changed. You
I
know,
love it. Loaded the stream loaded on my side. I see me, I see you, and then I see a blue
Sean!
screen with a spinning circle.
What is going on now?
Oh man.
You guys have to paint a word picture for both me and the audio version.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. He's roboting again.
Oh my god. Anyways, Sean, your camera's still loading. That's what the problem. Not problem, but that's what's happening.
Well, on Skype, you guys aren't even moving, so I think it's your fault.
Oh, clearly.
It's clearly our fault.
It's not getting any better than this.
No. No,
All right.
It's probably fine. It'll work itself out. We'll fix it in post. Anyways, this is a top-down perspective. It is September 11th, a day that will live in infamy.
Never forget.
Great, thanks. God damn it.
Let's start this show on a high note.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Actually, you know, speaking of it, I don't know why. There's. I was going to. I was
He's gonna
going
make
to a
no
good
sense
place.
in the audio version.
Holy shit. Hold
What
on.
is going on?
No, okay, nothing. We're fine. I'm sorry. I had a little attack.
I can't tell what if you're laughing at stream stuff or all my hilarious jokes.
A little bit of both. Your hilarious jokes on the stream.
Mm-hmm. Banger so far.
Because I have the stream up, so I'm trying to do very little in it. So I can't. You guys.
I'm John.
I'm Paul. And
I'm Sean, and I was gonna say, Cards Against Humanity, the new expansion just came out, and one of the cards is September 11th.
Is it?
Yeah, it just
Okay.
says it's just the date.
Oh. Okay.
Because, comedy.
Yeah.
Right.
I also picked up the 90s pack.
I've actually got those both coming in the mail soon. Hopefully they show up.
And I should have a couple days ago.
I haven't played that in a long time now. It's been a long time since I played Cards Against Humanity.
Same
It's a good
here.
game.
Maybe it's fun again? There was a while there...
I always thought it was fun.
No, there was a while there where it was fun for one weekend solid, and then after that it's like, oh, I've heard all these jokes before, because that happened yesterday.
I'm kind of with Paul on that, but that's just because we played it so much that it just became like fatigued. Like, over and over again.
Yeah, we did. That was a good time, though.
I also haven't played it for like 2 expansions now, so I feel like there's probably more fresh jokes in it now.
Oh, 4 is so good, and so is Box. Box expansion is great.
Is it?
Box is literally just all the cards refer to boxes except for one,
Oh,
and I can't remember what that one refers to.
okay. Well, either way, I don't know. Cards Against Humanity, the bug bit me a long time ago, and that flu was only a weekend ailment for me.
You took a lot of medicine, drank a
Yeah,
lot of juice.
a whole bunch of juice.
I believe that's actually a card in Cards Against Humanity.
Is it?
No.
Okay. Like, I don't know. It's been a while, so. Oh. Well, Sean's coming back now. There we go.
I hate everything.
It's like he never left.
I remember Sean's portrait of a spinning circle.
Man.
I'm just thinking, just like this giant fireplace, and above the mantle is just like this hung picture of a spinning circle. Sean's family portrait. He hates us so much right now.
I don't know. It's probably mutual between his internet and
None
us
of
right
this
now.
happened when we were on Google.
No, it
No.
actually didn't happen. You're right. Yay, Twitch.
Yeah,
You guys haven't loaded in for me either, so I don't know if I'm going to load in, and I don't want to leave the call again, so I might not load in.
I'll see if I can find a picture of you in a hat or something and put that there for you.
Put the hat on
Great.
top of the spinning circle, please.
Oh man. Okay. Can you at least understand me? I'm a robot.
We can understand you enough.
Okay. My webcam.
Maybe not. Maybe not anymore.
I hate this so much.
This is the most professional podcast.
The top-down perspective, September 11th. Welcome, everybody. Are we going to try to start?
We probably should.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, I'm Paul. With me is John and Sean.
Yep.
Sean, what have you been playing this week?
Why start with me?
You're just like, yep.
Here. I just want to. I feel like I should just go. I should just talk so little because apparently I always sound weird. Okay. TXK.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I've never heard of this.
This a couple weeks ago. The free PlayStation Plus game for the Vita Tempest.
Oh, right. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
The
So there's a new Tempest game.
For
It
Vita?
literally is Tempest. It's by Llama Software. It's by that dude.
Right, yeah, you and I were talking about this when John was gone, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so how was it? Did you love it?
It's Tempest. I like Tempest. And now it has cool techno music and people just saying weird robot people saying yeah. So, it's pretty...
Yeah?
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, no, every time you finish a stage, rings right in the middle, a heart will come on screen, and there'll be a guy who just goes, yeah, every time you do it. Just that stage.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's really weird, and sometimes robot people will just say fabulous while you're shooting, just randomly. It's bizarre. It's kind of a weird game. Considering you came from Tempest, which was just I'm gonna make horrible chip noises as you're shooting around, and it's gonna sound like garbage. Now it's weird. We just put as many techno samples in here as possible.
So, is it just kind of bringing this old game style back, and making it look pretty for this day and age sort of thing? That's all it is?
Yeah. You can get power-ups,
Mm-hmm.
which is new, and one of the power-ups is you get the jump, which is a game thing. Because the problem with Tempest is if you didn't shoot the enemy soon enough, they would reach, the top of the plane you're shooting down,
Yeah.
and then you touch them, you would get hit. Now you can just jump in the air and shoot down on them if they're near you.
That's so weird. So you just murk them, you jump over them and shoot them in the head or something if they have
Yeah,
a
but you're
head.
doing a super high jump. You're up in the air for a few seconds, just start raining down on them.
That's so weird to me. Okay, well,
It's weird. It's also rainbow colored.
It does look pretty sick. I just noticed, Paul, you were showing the actual footage of the game on the stream, so...
mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, no. For people listening, if they don't know what Tempest is, oh man, how do you describe Tempest? It's like you're shooting down a corridor, but you can go on all the walls, and the enemies are on all the walls. So you're kind of wrapping around whatever the. Sometimes it's a corridor, like a tube. Sometimes it's just a flat plane. But anyways, things are coming towards you, and you just need to kind of line up and shoot them.
Okay.
And it's free on PlayStation Plus for the Vita. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's nothing amazing. But if you like Tempest, definitely look into this.
It's yeah, what other choices do you have? Yo, do you like Tempest? Yo, are you born after the year 2010? I got the game for you, son.
Born after 2010?
Yeah, because this
Are
is
you 4 years old?
Yeah, this is gonna be the new hotness for the kids growing up. Because I played games when I was 4.
I didn't.
I did too, but like there was only Pong.
Right, exactly. And Tempest, if you were lucky enough to get your parents to take you to like an arcade or something. This is your new Tempest. 4-year-olds be damned.
All right, I need my new Dragon's Lair then.
Right. Well, there's probably something out there, right?
Night Trap HD didn't get funded, so
Oh no! What?
it did. No, but it missed by a lot.
Oh.
It got like 40,000 out of 330K or something like that.
God, that sucks. I legitimately wanted to see that. Anyway, so TXK, was it called? Yeah, TXK. Okay, what else did you play, Sean?
It was another PlayStation Plus game from a month or so back.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a it's a puzzle platformer, but it might as well just be a puzzle game because you're not really doing that difficult of platforming elements. But it kind of works like the way it looks is like it's like infographics. Like there's charts and graphs kind of all over the place. Everything's really minimalist and high contrasty.
So it's a PowerPoint.
Yeah. I mean, basically.
You're kind of running through a presentation, I guess, kind of.
Okay.
And the way that the puzzles come into play is, you'll come to a new room or a new area. Like it's 2D, so a new area, I guess. And you'll see a bunch of columns and whatnot in your way, and you kind of need to get to the side. But all columns will move based on what you do. Sometimes it'll be like every time you jump, this column's going to go higher. Or every time you move right, this column's going to move, or this platform is going to move. Okay. Or every time you shoot, or every time an enemy gets killed, it's going to cause this thing to move. So you basically kind of need to just play around, figure out how everything moves, and then figuring out, okay, now how do I move the things so that I can progress through the area? And it's okay. I don't think there's anything really that special about it. It's pretty forgettable. I've just kind of been throwing it on while I'm watching like TV or something as to go through it. It mentions you should put headphones on when you start. I don't think you need to. You should put headphones on for TXK because the music is pretty good. Metro Code is just kind of weird. One other of the weird parts is every time you finish a stage, you get to leave through the left or right door, and it'll tell you which percentage of players went through each one. And then when you go through one, it'll just say like +1 to whichever one you picked. So I always just pick the one that's lower. It doesn't, and I don't think, at least I haven't seen that it relates to anything, but that's just kind of a weird thing they threw in there. Okay. It uses both the front and the back touch. So I guess that's good to see. I don't know.
Sure. Why not?
TXK also uses the front touch because you have bombs, which is also crazy for Tempest.
You sure? Yeah.
But anyway, if you have places to put them down as well for the Vita. I'm playing my Vita a lot. I'm watching a lot of TV, which gets me into my third game. And all the guys can play some Wipeout 2048. I never did that game. And as someone who likes Wipeout, that game's pretty good.
Okay. That's a good Wipeout game? Solid?
It's a solid Wipeout game, yeah. The music is real great. It looks pretty good. It plays exactly like Wipeout. Don't expect anything else. It's just, some Wipeout. I guess this is the last Wipeout that team made, right? Isn't that company gone?
Yeah, because that was, I can't remember what the name of that company was.
I can't remember which studio or which internal division only that was, yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. The Wipeout, not Polyphonic, something like that. The company is gone. Like Sony, like they shut them down like a year ago at least.
Yeah, no, it was a while back. And like this game came out, this was a launch title, I believe.
Okay.
For the Vita.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, that was like an original, like one of the PlayStation Plus games for the Vita. So I just had it sitting there forever. And it's real good. And it's Wipeout is a good game just to throw on while you're watching some TV and just do some mindless racing.
Sure.
So that's Oh, the one thing I will say about Wipeout though is the load times are terrible.
Yeah, so that was like the biggest criticism of that game when it came out.
Oh my gosh, I'm talking like literally like at least a minute to load the stage.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is insane.
That's pretty.
And you're
bad.
using like a pure digital version, right? Like not even off of a card or anything.
Correct. I got the PlayStation Plus digital version, not PlayStation Plus. That was a joke. Anyway.
I didn't hear anything he said after correct.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were just like, that's not funny at all.
We heard correct. That was a joke.
Holy shit.
Okay, well, you know what? That was great for the audio people. So that's what you get for listening to the audio version of this.
Oh my god. Okay, that was pretty great.
Priceless. That was priceless.
Okay. I played some more Necrodancer.
Do you still love it?
Yeah, the only reason I just beat is just say I beat World 2, so I have World 3 and World 3, which
You're at World 3 now?
I am.
Fuck you.
When you beat World 2, they give you like 10 diamonds.
What?
Yeah, at one point I had 18 diamonds.
Holy shit. That's pretty good.
It was great. I bought so much stuff. I have completely cleared out that middle store and basically the entire Wright store. So.
Okay. Like, what does the price get up to eventually for that?
I've seen 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen 8 or 9 I've seen around there, so.
So it goes up.
There's definitely still stuff to buy every time, for sure. But World 3 sucks because it's both ice and fire. Like, half the stage will be an ice stage, half of it will be a fire stage. And some of those creatures are just terrible. They're just so bad. So, but yeah, still good. Still muscling my way through that.
Cool.
And then my last game, I've only just kind of started it because I was busy. But I finally turned on Layton. That's a very Layton game for sure.
Is it also a Phoenix Wright game?
I haven't gotten to any Phoenix Wright stuff, so probably,
no, it isn't.
But I can't compare it. But like when it starts out, it is like, this is how a Professor Layton game interface works. This is how you select stuff. Here's hint coins. You're gonna get, picarettes or whatever they're called when you do a puzzle. Like it is a Professor Layton game. Not even like a warped version of it. It is 100% Professor Layton.
Okay.
So, but that's good. I'm excited. As someone who was bummed out by the one earlier this year, hopefully this is the Professor Layton I've been waiting for.
I've heard it's not.
Oh, really?
I've heard it. They're like average versions of both games, or like both series.
Oh,
but
man.
now I haven't played through my copy yet. They saad the beginning holds a lot of promise. It peters out at the end. And
man.
So it's a video game.
So it's a video game.
Sure.
What? That's not true.
You might have a different opinion than what I've heard, so I don't know. I'm holding off to play my copy. So.
What?
What
are you aiming for?
I've got to get some work done before I play it.
Okay.
It's not a case of I'm waiting to catch up in both series. It's literally like, I need to get something done first before I start playing it.
Sure.
Because that would never happen.
Thanks.
How many Professor Layton games have you played?
1.
Yeah, there's others to go for. So that would be a feat. I would get that. The thing is, I don't think it's in continuity.
No, it's not. Not even remotely. So.
I wish it was. But I was trying to figure out where is this in continuity, and I looked online, and people are trying to guess, but it seemed like it's not. It's kind of a bummer, but oh well.
It looks like it's probably easier to figure out where it is on the Phoenix Wright continuity than it is for the Layton one.
What makes you say that?
Because Maya is there.
Okay, as someone who's like you and me seem to be like the opposites because I've only played the first.
I'm way into Phoenix Wright and you're way into Layton, so we know like the way the story goes for each
Right.
different separate
To be
series.
fair, not a ton of like story significant stuff happens in Layton, so it could kind of fit like anywhere depending on which characters are there.
Mm.
Like, so what I'm saying is it could be easy to fit in Layton as well, but I just don't know the Phoenix Wright half of it. But this game is just making me be like, man, I should have played more Phoenix Wright, and I really want to play more Phoenix Wright. So those characters have shown up, but they have not met up with Professor Layton yet in my game. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yep. I'm pretty early in, but I'm looking forward to diving into that for sure.
Sure.
That's all I've been playing. Oh, actually, I played something in real life. Do you guys want to hear about my weekend?
I do.
Ooh.
I played. Actually, you know what? This is. I don't know if real life is the correct qualifier on this. I played Quidditch.
All right. Tell more. Do
Alright.
tell. I'm curious. Tell me about
Yeah.
Quidditch.
Well, so I was hanging out in Berkeley, and a bunch of people started setting up what I thought was Quidditch, and I was like, "Oh man, if that is so silly, I've got them." So I waited for them to do the warm-up lap around the park on the brooms. But yeah, Quidditch is basically you have a dustpan broom between your legs, so like a 3-foot long broom
Sure.
between your legs the whole time, and you're running around with that.
Sure.
Sports.
Yeah.
It plays very similarly to handball mixed with dodgeball.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, well, because you're passing the ball back and forth. There's multiple balls, and you're trying to throw them through the rings. But people can also like knock you out to make you run back to your side by getting hit with other balls. So there's a dodgeball aspect to it, and you can like deflect balls with balls. So there's some more dodgeball aspect to it. But I don't know how familiar you guys are with Quidditch from Harry Potter. Do you know what the snitch is?
It's the ball.
Okay.
It's one of the balls because there's multiple balls, but it's the little gold yellow one that Harry has to chase, and it kind of flies all over the place.
Okay.
It's the final ball.
Okay.
Technically it's not. It just gets you a whole bunch of points. So a lot of the time it ends up being the final one, but not every time, depending on how many points was scored beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
This is way more than I've ever cared to learn about Quidditch. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
I know.
I can stop talking if you'd prefer.
No, keep going.
I want
Keep
you
going.
to keep talking.
Because we're about to get to the best part.
Okay.
How do you think they replicate the snitch?
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
Oh no.
Did I tell you? When did I tell you
You
this?
told me about this. I can't remember when, or maybe you tweeted about it, and I couldn't stop laughing.
I wanted to be an RC helicopter, but I know it's not going to be anything that cool.
No, it's not. See,
How did it
put another guess out there.
There's a person running around as the Quidditch.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a person who's not on either side wearing gold shorts that read snitch, running around with flag football style flag on his back that has a ball attached to it. And there's two people, the Seekers, whose job is to just chase him wherever he's running around while everyone else is still playing
That's
normal
amazing.
Quidditch.
That's the best sounding sport ever. It's like
Oh my
literally
God.
like, hey, you have ADHD? I got the sport for you, man. You're just gonna be chasing this guy the whole time. You're not gonna have to wait.
Honestly, the snitch aspect to it just seems like this is only in here because Harry Potter, which is the same thing with the brooms. Like, those don't add anything constructive to it. Like, it makes it silly and fun, sure, but it's like, in terms of the sport, it's like the broom doesn't do anything for you. You can't use the broom in any way.
Right. It's kind of
so
like
there's
a
a-
restriction, right? Like you have to have it between your legs.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of the parts of this is like, we needed to put this in here because in Harry Potter, it's part of it. So, yeah, it was just like super silly, and I wasn't going to pass up the chance to have tried it. And, I had quite a bit of fun. I'm going to try and join the group again.
Good for you.
All right.
It's
If you
just
had fun with
it's
it, can't knock
it's
it.
silly. I was actually, I was honestly surprised how well I could run with a broom between my legs.
That's
And
the
I
thing
would-
that I don't think I can get over
Yeah.
is the running with a broom between your legs.
Well, it's a short broom. It's a short broom.
That doesn't make it better.
Well, yeah, it does, because running with a full-length broom would be way harder, and we'd be hitting each other. All right.
I
So,
guess that's true.
but I was even because I was running barefoot and I was like sliding on the grass. I was even like slipping, falling, and like rolling with a broom between my legs just fine. I was surprised how much I could maneuver with that thing. So, but it was a silly good time.
All right.
It sounds like it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I still think having like an RC helicopter would be better for the snitch.
Yeah. Or
It-
just
it
an
might-
RC car because people can't fly, right? So it would be a little unfair anyway.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some challenge to it.
Does there? I just want to see
I
somebody.
feel like an RC car would get stepped on very
I
quickly.
just want to see like a group of like 5 people chasing an RC car around a soccer field for a couple
no.
hours.
Only 2 people chase the snitch.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like I said, it's this really weird, like shoehorned in aspect of it because it's like they might as well just be playing a different game. Those 3 people,
Right.
they're like not even attached to this. So
I kind of like that. Like that's just dumb enough to work. I think that would work.
I think that's kind of the general concept of this game is it's dumb enough to work, so they did it.
Sure. All right.
Amen.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'll continue my Quidditch antics this weekend. But those are all the games that I played.
Okay. Cool. John,
Yo,
what did you play this week?
I played a lot because I wasn't able to stream this past week.
You're-
So
You're gonna give me a heart attack trying to find clips for all of this shit.
have fun.
I already
All right.
have the first one ready, but
All right, sweet. That's why I'm gonna.
You
do
should,
that order.
John. You should do meta order.
No, I'll be nice.
you motherfucker, don't do
All
it.
right. This one was actually before PAX, but I didn't bring it up, and I figured Sean would want to hear about this. I sat down and finished Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Did you?
So
love
actually,
it?
Sorry, what's the draw for me here? I'm sorry.
because when the game first came out, you wouldn't shut up about the rest of the game and wanted me to finish it.
Oh, is there something really good at the end or something?
Sean, you beat this game.
I know, but that was last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm all for you finishing games. That's great. Glad to hear it. I'm just wondering, is there like something specific that I was like, you have to get to the
Condescending.
end? No, I'm not being condescending at all. I'm just
No, you were literally like, dude, you have to play the rest of this game. All the other stages are so good. You're at the shitty part of the game. You need to play. You were like super gung ho about it in like a scary way.
Okay, well, was I right?
And it was all right.
Of course you'd say that. I'm just trying to think if there was like an awesome stage near the end that I was way into. Did you go
Probably
to Gold Train?
All right. The Gold Train respawns. No, you were there when I played Gold Train.
What?
You were at my apartment when I played Gold Train.
I don't remember any of that.
Do you remember playing with me through all of World 5?
No? What?
This happened.
Are you sure it was me?
100% sure.
Oh, okay.
You have a good memory.
I guess I guess not. Was this the day that we played some Last of Us?
Yes.
Okay, I remember you playing some Last of Us.
That's the part he remembers, of course.
To be fair, I also had my 3DS. Wait, were we playing together?
Yes.
God. Okay.
We were
I don't
playing
remember any-
co-op. You were getting upset that I was trying to find like the stamps and coins, and you were telling me to run through the stages.
That seems like something I would say. I'm not doubting you. I'm not saying you're a liar. The only thing I remember from that day is you playing Last of Us and me playing Attack of the Friday Monsters on my 3DS.
That is correct. That did happen.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, I played some Need for Speed at your place.
You did that too, yeah.
So I remember the beginning
You
and the
remember
end of it.
everything. You don't remember the middle where we played 3D World.
No, the part where we played the game together. Nope. That game's really good.
I liked it. Champions Road sucks as Blue Toad, though.
Which one's Champions Road?
That is the final stage you get for having all the stars and all the gold flags.
Okay, I didn't do that.
Good, because it's a really difficult stage. Unless you're
That's-
Peach.
I played Peach that whole game.
Then you probably would have breezed through it.
I had an okay time. There's one stage I remember in the last world where I had to be Toad because you just had to like run the whole thing. There's lots of falling platforms.
That's probably the run for the goal pole. The one where the
Yeah,
goal pole just flies away.
Yes.
That was a
I
cool
played-
stage.
That was a cool stage. There's a whole bunch of really cool stages.
They hit a lot of the really cool concepts in like the later part of the game.
Yeah. Gold Train is awesome. So much fun.
Sure.
Okay.
It's not really a stage though. That's the only thing.
It's just a happy fun time.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of gold. That's the whole point of it. You get lots of gold.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you finished it. Awesome.
All right.
Me too.
So, Paul, have you even played it?
No, I haven't actually. I heard it's good.
I recommend.
Yeah, there's a gold train. It's really good.
I've heard about this gold train. Tell me more.
There's so many coins. Like, you wouldn't believe how many coins are on this train.
Okay, I like coins and I like trains. Tell me more.
In fact, there's stacks of coins that if you just walk into, they all just like funnel into your character because it's awesome.
That sounds pretty great. One of my favorite things is stacking things. So
were you a fan of stacking?
stacks on stacks on stacks.
Were you a fan of Pac-Man Championship Edition DX?
Actually, yeah.
That game is great.
Yeah, it's really good.
And the way I bring that up is I just loved eating all those ghosts in a row, and then the sound pitch goes higher and higher.
You're right.
So good.
Yep.
So good.
You're right. Yep.
Just immediately touches the pleasure center of my brain. What others did you play,
what
John?
else has touched your pleasure center this week?
Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Okay, I do want to hear about this. So, is it amazing?
It's actually not bad. I like it. It's made by the guys who are better known for making the Mega Man Zero games and Mega Man 9 and 10. Inti creates. They're also involved in working on Mighty Number 9. So this is a Mega Man style like action shooter game where you play as a character named Gunvolt. But it's weird because you don't have like a charged buster. The way your buster works is it's a targeting system. So you hit people with your buster shots. It's like a needle gun, I think is what they actually call it. And then that...
Is it a needler?
No. And it locks onto characters. You can have up to like 3 lock-ons right off the bat, and then you get different ammo for your gun later that changes how many times you can lock on.
When you lock on and shoot them, do they then explode?
No.
Like the needler?
No. This is not the needler from Halo.
Damn it.
Well, then I don't want to play it.
So once you've got it locked on, you hold down like the right trigger button, and then this giant arc energy shield comes up around you, and it shoots lightning bolts at whoever you've locked on to, no matter where you're standing.
Okay, I'm back in.
Yeah. So then you electrocute...
Is this a 2D platformer?
Yeah, this is a very Mega Man-esque platforming game.
Okay.
So you lock on, and like you can combo people. Like if you don't get hit, like you get kudos points, and the more kudos points you get, like you get higher scores at the end, and then lets you get better loot and stuff like that. Okay. It's weird. It's an interesting take on like the Mega Man platforming game, and I kind of like it. I'm definitely going to be playing more in that in the future.
Cool. Okay.
They also did a weird crossover with Mighty Number 9 and Galgun, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
And they made a game called Mighty Gunvolt, which is basically Gunvolt from Gunvolt, Beck from Mighty Number 9, and I think Erica from Galgun in an 8-bit Mega Man style platforming game.
Okay.
So like you can jump and
Gunvolt
slide.
Already in a Mega Man style game?
Yes, and so is Mighty Number 9, but now they're in like an 8-bit Mega Man game.
Oh man.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And it's a weird joke crossover game. Like there's only like 5 stages. But it was short and fun, and everyone plays slightly differently enough that it actually mattered.
Where do you find this game?
Right now, I don't think you can buy it. You only get it if you're a Kickstarter backer for Mighty Number 9, right. or if you buy Azure Striker Gunvolt on the 3DS eShop within this month, basically.
Okay, cool.
So you get this one for free. It'll be, I think, $3 otherwise when it comes out.
This is the first I'm actually seeing of it here as I'm watching it, and it's up my alley.
It's super short. Like I beat the game with all 3 characters in like maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
The game is like super short.
Well,
but it was a fun little thing, and it's the guys who translated 8.4. they like clearly had fun with the writing because it just basically makes fun of all like the old bad like English translations on games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like it's just very clearly they're just like a weird jokey game, but it was fun.
8.4 does a lot of translation stuff. I think they did Fire Emblem.
I actually believe they do
Awakening.
Gunvolt as well. They do Gunvolt as well.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think they do a lot of stuff.
And I think they're also working on Mighty Number 9. They're involved in a lot of things.
They have a podcast on Giant Palm.
It's true. Speaking of Mighty Number 9, I also played Mighty Number 9 this week.
So this is the beta.
This is the beta. If you were a Kickstarter backer or like a PayPal backer, you got access to the Mighty Number 9 beta, which is just one stage right now. And I'm actually a little...
Hang on, what's a PayPal backer?
If you back it through PayPal.
If you just give them money?
Yes.
Here's some money.
Oh, okay.
That's also called Kickstarter, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, because PayPal, to me, I would be buying something. Kickstarter is not buying something.
No, it's in this case it is the same. You like literally you send them money and they're like, all right, well here's how much money you gave us. So which of these like backer features do you want?
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
How amazing is it? Oh, come on.
I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. So here's the thing. Here's how the game works for those who don't know anything about it.
Let's set the stage. Do you hate Mega Man though?
No, I love Mega Man.
Yeah,
X
of
is
course.
one of my favorite games.
That's the only reason John and I still talk.
That's it. That in particular.
It's because of Mega Man.
I knew it. So here's the thing. Like you don't have a charge shot.
Okay.
You have a dash attack, and you can dash in midair like multiple times. As far as I can tell, right now you only have single jump, but I'm sure like that gets upgraded later. The way the game works is you don't kill enemies by shooting them to death.
Okay. I'll bite. What do you do?
You kill enemies by shooting them enough that they like defragment, and then you dash through them.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to think like visually, like are they defragmenting, and then they're like then you're like breaking up all the pixels that they can't go back together.
You're like exploding them by dashing through them.
Sort of, yeah.
That's
like
kind of cool.
They start pixelating. Like there's like these 3D pixels flying around them. You dash through them and then you absorb them. So by absorbing them, you get like these different element powers. Like you can get faster movement speed, stronger shots. You can get like E-tanks essentially to recharge your health if you're low on health.
So it's like prototype.
I guess.
I'm trying to remember if you're right. It's been a while.
Prototype, you can like absorb people.
You're right.
So you can like stealth absorb them.
You're right. You just kind of like consume them.
Yeah.
That's right. I really liked that game a lot.
Yeah, I was pretty into Prototype. It's a weird game.
It was really fun.
John, how much like Prototype is Mighty Number 9? Because you are currently selling me on this.
Not very.
Oh, now you lost me.
I'm sorry. I knew that would be the deal breaker right there. So the idea is that like the longer you leave them defragmented without absorbing them, like the lower they were worth on a score point, and like you get lower buffs as a result. So the idea is you're supposed to try to kill them or defragment them and absorb them as fast as possible, and you get like bonus points and combo chains and stuff like that for it. So it seems a lot like a high score kind of game or like a speedrun kind of game. The only thing that I don't like so far, and that's because I didn't mess around with enough, was the boss fight. Because to fight the boss, you had to shoot them enough until they defragmented and then dash into them. But their health meter is like the entire length of the bottom of the screen. And when I was running through, I think I died in about 4 shots. So I had to defragment them maybe like 6 times. Meanwhile, and it took about like 30 shots maybe to get them to be able to defragment once. So it's not like Mega Man games in a way, fighting the bosses. It's a lot different, but still seems all right.
Okay, well, that's good.
Okay.
I don't know. I like Mighty Number 9. It's still in beta.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 1 stage available in the beta right now. They said that eventually there'll be 2 or 3 stages available for backers to try out. It'll be an interesting time, I think, at the very least.
I'm looking forward to it, to trying it myself. So
it's supposed to officially come out next year, doesn't it?
I think so. As long as they don't push it back or anything, I guess.
They might have to. Wasn't there a point where Inafune said he needed more money?
That's what I thought too. Yeah. Was it for this though?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Aren't they doing like a cartoon?
They are doing an anime for Mighty Number 9 as well. They are trying to go
excited
like
for that?
super multimedia for it. I don't really watch anime anymore, so no.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be all right.
Sure. All right, cool. So Mighty Number 9, you're gonna keep an eye out on as that goes, huh? Like when
Yeah,
it comes
pretty
out.
much. I'm gonna try it out some more when it gets more like content.
When is that supposed to be coming out?
All I heard was 2015. I thought it was spring, but
Okay.
unless there's like a lot more content they've got done that they're not showing, I don't think it's gonna be ready for spring.
Okay.
Okay.
Especially for all the platforms they're supposed to be on.
Does it feel rough though? Like, is it crashing? Does it feel buggy?
It actually like the beta was a little like chugged a bit on my computer,
Okay.
but there are like a million different graphical options on it. Like light bloom on and off was an option, for example. So I'm sure if I mess around with the settings enough, it'll work smooth. It's very very unoptimized, but it's also a beta. So what can you expect?
Right. Yeah.
I haven't seen how this looks. Like, what is it similar to? Because is it straight up like old school Mega Man, or what are they?
It looks more like X, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily. Graphically, it looks a lot like X.
Does it
All
play like? Does it feel a lot like X, like the dashing and all that sort of the movement?
The dashing and movement makes it feel like X, but there's no wall jumping, which throws me off.
That's weird. Okay.
I'm hoping that's just a thing you find later, like a power up or something. But
Sure.
I mean, because you basically go in with no upgrades. So
Okay. Cool.
And we're talking. When you said X, you're talking about Mega Man X and not Triple X.
correct. I'm not talking about Vin Diesel and or Ice Cube.
Not this time.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm because that's two different visual styles.
Was I talking with you, John, about Triple X recently?
After last week's show, we started.
Yeah,
talking about
okay.
it.
This was last week's show. I'm like, this is not the first time we've talked about Triple X recently.
No, and thank God it isn't.
Right. I legitimately like that movie, so whatever. I don't even care. Not even
No,
mad.
I'm down with that movie too.
It's
It was
pretty great. It's stupid as hell,
I
but
never
it's
saw
great.
the second one. How was the second one?
I think I've
It's
only
boring.
seen the second one, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's really not good.
First one's so much better.
Yeah.
What is the second one called? Like State of the Union or something?
That was actually what we were discussing last week.
I
What
think-
was the name of the second one?
Okay.
Enemy of the State
I
is what I
thought
thought
it was Enemy
Enemy of the State. What is State of the Union? Where did that come from?
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. Enemy of the State. Okay. Ice Cube.
Mega Man Triple X game could be interesting.
I would play that. It was Vin Diesel as Mega Man X.
There's...
Oh wait, hang on. Are we talking about BM Triple X?
No.
Oh man, I remember that. Holy crap. Okay.
John, what else did you play?
Lethal League. This was the game I played at the mystery game and the Iron Man of Gaming. It's actually out now. So this is the Pong meets Smash Brothers style game.
I was thinking of getting this so you and I could play a little bit.
Yeah. I've got a gift copy if you want it.
Didn't
So
we
I picked-
talk about this last week as well?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Was the game even out last week?
No, wait, hang on. Last week it was something like John had like a 50% off code
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
that
did
was-
talk
yeah,
about this.
something else. Yeah.
That was for something else. I don't remember what that was
Yeah,
for.
what the hell was that? Oh, wow. Okay, whatever.
I'll look
Anyways,
through Steam later. But either way, Lethal
Hang
League.
on. You guys can't remember a week ago talking, and John's giving me crap about a year ago we played Mario together.
you know what? That's a fair point.
It's a fair point, but it's a little different because it was a conversation versus you actually being in my apartment and you remember everything else but that.
Well, I'm skeptical, and maybe I'm starting to believe that I actually left for a bit and came back.
Oh, we were wrong. The second one was called State of the Union.
Oh, no!
man!
Oh no! Oh.
What is life?
Anyways, Lethal League. It actually looks really, really fun, and the big selling point is that everybody I've talked to that's actually played it has said that the online multiplayer is actually really, really good, and there's no lag, or they hide the lag so perfectly that it doesn't affect your gameplay.
It's using GGPO, that's why.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what Skullgirls uses and a bunch of other fighting games. Like the Third Strike HD edition, stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's really fun to play online. Multiplayer is great in it, and that's the best part about it. The music is solid. If you like Jet Set Radio or Jet Set Radio Future style music, highly recommend it, even if just for the soundtrack. It's really catchy.
Who's your go-to character?
Right now, it's the robot that looks a lot like a Roboy from Jet Set Radio Future. I think his name is Switch.
Switch, yeah, okay.
Switch. So that's the skateboarding robot. Latch, I think, is the robotic crocodile or alligator. I'm not sure about the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And his super move is kind of ridiculous because he just grabs the ball in his mouth
Yeah,
and then just shoots it out at wherever he decides to move to.
that's pretty great. I like Candyman's where it just goes through the wall. You can
Oh,
screw with people.
Candyman's will completely mess with you. I
It's
hate
so
it and love it.
Yeah, I've been watching some Lethal League videos on YouTube. It looks like a great time. I want to get in on some of that.
It is really fun. I'm gonna send you that in a bit.
All right, cool.
So do you guys have it on Steam?
Yes, it's only on Steam.
Okay. So Paul, you already have it
I don't if I want to play with John.
Yeah.
with John.
Right.
Also, didn't we desynced our accounts? Remember, you don't have access to my games right now.
Yeah, I have to request.
Yeah, we
access
we need to
your-
fix
We'll
that.
get that sorted out. I'm not I have a lot of games I can play. I'm not worried about stealing yours right now. But yes.
But yeah, I went on a bit more of a Steam binge because I had no access to really anything else. So I ended up playing a game that I saw on Game Grumps, and the one after this is also on Game Grumps. Mega Coin Squad.
I don't
This
know
is-
anything about this.
This is an Adult Swim game.
Oh. Okay.
So
Okay.
Adult Swim's made a bunch of really good games lately, like
Yeah.
what was it, House of a Thousand Ninjas and stuff like that. Super puzzle platformer.
Yep.
This is I played the single player, but there's local multiplayer for this, and it's basically about collecting as many coins as possible and depositing them all into a piggy bank.
Right, so life, basically.
Exactly.
Mm.
It's the game of life.
I hate the game of life.
I do too, actually. I never could get into it, so. And also, real life is not very cool either. But anyways, tell me more about this. I love Adult Swim games. I don't know why.
It's a retro platformer where you have to run around. You can wall jump, double jump, get all these power ups, and you have
Oh,
to.
man,
run
I
into
love double
walls.
jumping.
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is the game for you then. It's got
Oh,
all the
that's
double
great.
jumping you need.
Cool.
So you smash up walls in that and fight enemies to get coins, and you have to drop them off in this piggy bank.
Mhm.
So the single player mode is to just keep ramping it up, like harder enemies. There's like sprites everywhere and spikes and whatever will attack you. Different elements. All the enemies are like weird, like whales that shoot out icicles at you. Just weird stuff like
Wait,
that.
every enemy is a whale?
No, like there's different enemies, and that's just one set of enemies that shows up in the ice
Okay.
level.
All right.
I
So
see.
like a narwhal?
I see they stick with the standard. If you get hit, you lose all your coins and have a second to pick them up, sort of thing.
Yeah, but there's also an upgrade you can get where you
like-
limit the coins you lose.
Okay.
Like Sonic.
Some
So
Sonic
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So in the single player, like you can get that upgrade, and you just progressively get it if you earn diamonds. Or in the multiplayer, depending on how you rank in certain missions, you'll get diamonds to upgrade yourself.
Okay.
And you get the upgrades through a roulette. Like, okay, if you hit it at this point, you only lose 150 coins at most. Or if you get this, now you can like down stomp better, or you can shoot a giant fireball.
Okay.
So it's really fun. I just wish it wasn't local multiplayer only because it looks like the multiplayer is actually really fun.
Sure. Yeah, like I'm obviously watching a video of it because I wanted to see what it looked like, and it looks like it could be. It looks like it's one of those games that has a potential to be super boring, but like if you were with 3 other people, would be kind of amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just really like the kind of weird energy of it. It's like an old school like coin arcade type game.
Sure.
Weird like for fun multiplayer type game. I liked
Oh
it.
man, is it like that arcade game where there's all those coins and they're on like a shelf and they kind of get pushed off the shelf?
No,
And you
it
get a
is
bunch
not
of
like
tickets?
it is not like the ticket game at most arcades.
Okay, well that's a coin game. There's so many coins involved with that game.
It's
Are you
true.
trying to do a callback to something?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
When
He
you say
he just really
coin
likes
game,
dropping coins into get tickets.
yeah, who doesn't?
See, there's something going on in my head that I'm not going to talk about on air.
What is Amazing Princess Sarah?
Okay, yeah, let's keep going. Jesus.
All right. So this is the other Grumps game they were playing. It's basically a platforming game that reminds me, bizarrely enough, a lot like the Castlevania games.
Can I admit something to you?
Okay.
I almost bought this game the minute it was released just because of cleavage.
What?
I can understand why you would do that, because literally the title screen of the game is the main character pretty much like showing off her tits.
Okay, actually, now I have a funny part about this.
Oh no!
So, I'll often when I open Steam, I'll just put it on the activity page to see like what people have been buying, because that means what do I now have access to. And then John's had this image sitting there for a bit. And I honestly, I didn't look at it because I was like, well, that looks like something probably I don't want to care about. But just now that you mentioned cleavage, I was like, yeah, there was that cleavage chick on my screen for a while.
Yeah, it's a platforming game, kind of like the Castlevania games, like the Symphony of the Night and onwards. You go through this maze of a castle, you have a sword, and you can pick up items in the background and throw them at enemies.
So wait, is it a platformer or is it Metroidvania?
It's a platformer. It is not a Metroidvania, which made me sad. I thought it was.
It looks like it would be.
It's actually just like an intricate maze, basically, but like
Okay.
you'll like
So wait,
jump
if
left
it's-
and right and zigzag around.
If it's a platformer that is not Metroidvania, isn't it just a Mario?
You know what? It kind of has some Mario
I
going
guess
for it. Yeah,
it does have some Mario going for it, but like
picking up the
you're going
enemies?
through
Like,
you're going through mazes and stuff like that. So I don't know what to compare it to at that point.
okay, yeah, because I'm just kind of wondering what's the Castlevania draw. 'Cause
The
only thing I
aesthetic,
can think
the
of-
aesthetic, and like the way you fight reminds me a lot of like Symphony of the Night.
Oh, he got like a whip.
You've got a sword.
Okay,
So yeah,
Symphony of the Night.
right, exactly.
right. Okay, yeah, right.
I don't know. It's fun. Interesting little platforming game. If you die, you just respawn right back to the checkpoint almost immediately. You get experience and level up, even though it really just seems to up your strength and your health a tiny bit. That's it. I don't know. I liked it. It's all right for
Is it the best platformer you've played this year?
no.
It doesn't look like it controls very well. Honestly,
You know what? It controls all right.
does it?
It's not as stiff as it looks.
Because some of these jumps on the corners look like they're barely being made.
I can't remember. There was like maybe one point I ever had a jump that I had to retry 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Everything else I pretty much nailed right off the
Like,
bat.
that might not be a jump mechanic problem. That might be just like a collision detection problem with the corners that I'm seeing. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, it looks fine. There's weird like boob jiggle pixels.
Yeah,
she's running.
any female character is just like pixelated tits. Hooray!
But like these actually jiggle. Like it's weird. It's really, really weird. I don't know whether to be sad because my childhood or so happy.
That's the only thing I'm kind of about the game about. But
Like unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
Just straight out. Yeah, okay.
But there's other modes after you beat the main game as
Oh
well.
man, is one of them a photo mode for all these ladies?
No, it is
That'd be
not
great.
Dead or Alive Extreme. Calm down.
Okay. No, that's good because when you mentioned other modes, I was like, oh crap.
No, I saw stuff where like you play as a vampire, and then just, like that's the only other one I remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Cool.
So
What
I
made
like-
you want to? What made you? Where did these games come from? What made you jump to them?
Steam Train is playing this one, if I remember.
Yeah, same with Mega Coin Squad.
Oh, okay.
I watched them. They looked interesting, so I picked them up.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
All right, and then I went back to a game that I probably should have played a long time ago, Hotline Miami.
Wait,
Wait, is this the first time you played it?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm
Whoa.
so happy for you. I'm so excited. Like,
Oh my gosh,
it's
you're
so
making
good.
Nathan so proud. If
Oh,
only
no.
Nathan was still alive,
Oh no!
he'd be so happy. Nathan's fine, by the way. Just
Yeah,
saying.
Nathan's totally
Yeah.
happy. Like,
Clarifying.
Wait, hang on. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
fun.
great, right? The music is so good.
It's at chapter 11 right now.
I don't remember how much there is to it.
I think there's only like 13 or something.
There, if you count the intro and outro, there's 16.
16.
Because
Okay.
there's 16 Scrabble pieces you have to pick up too.
There's also like a secret ending one too.
I've unfortunately had that spoiled for me, so I
course.
know what happens.
Yeah.
More or less. I'm missing bits and pieces of it, but I remember the gist of it.
Is this
So-
you're playing computer again? Steam?
Yep, I think it's on Steam.
Okay.
That controller scheme is really weird to get used to at times.
It sucks.
You're,
I hate
You're
it.
playing with the controller?
No, I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, okay.
No, but like on the PS3 or 4 and the Vita and stuff, it sucks. I hate the controller for that game.
I find it weird on the PC right now, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
It
I've had a
felt
lot of points.
natural on the PC.
I've had a lot
Yeah, I
of
was
points ran into enemies and I've missed attacks on them.
I like when people were saying they were moving into consoles, I was just thinking like that game is so fast paced. I could not think of it without a mouse.
Yeah, I agree. But
I will give you that. I can't imagine how to play it with a controller, especially on like the Vita. I'm sure the Vita port's probably like
it sucks. It's not fun to play with a controller, but people do. So
That music is so good though, eh?
Oh no, the music's fantastic.
Yeah,
I've always like Hydrogen's my favorite song from that game, hands down.
I don't remember the specific songs, but yeah, the music's great, and it's so brutal, that game.
yeah. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, the controller scheme kind of changes the game completely, because I have played it on console and I didn't like it. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's not necessarily that the controls suck for the controller. They do, but that's not the big problem. The big problem is it's a much more slower, methodical game with a controller, because you're not able to kind of go in with like your knife out and just slashing away. Then you throw it away, you grab like a gun and shoot it.
That seems crazy.
That
Like I
is the
assume
fun
like
part.
I assume the mouse control on like a controller game would be put to right thumbstick, right?
I believe
I would
like,
assume
yeah,
so.
it's
Yeah,
it controls like a twin
It's
stick.
basically yeah.
But
that's
you
what I
have to
thought.
use the triggers to like wind up and swing and stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, I can see that still being kind of weird, but it sounds like it shouldn't be as bad. But
Well,
because that game for me was basically almost a puzzle game in which it's like, okay, I'm going to bust down this door. In the process, I'm going to hit this guy. I'm going to take his gun. I'm going to shoot it twice. Then I'm going to throw it at that direction because I need to knock this guy out long enough for me to jump on him. Like,
no, you're right. Hands down, that is a puzzle game. That is a puzzle action game.
yeah,
yeah,
Anyone who thinks it's not is crazy.
crazy.
I'm agreeing with you, and I'm just saying, like, because you need to go so fast. It's without a mouse, I'd be like, I don't want to play that game slowly. Is what I'm saying.
I still love how they do violence in video games too, where it's just like it's not saying good or bad anything. It just lets you kill people. And then you have to like walk through this giant mess you made to get back to your car after. Gives you a little minute to like contemplate. It's like, holy.
There's a ton of like slow moments and just contemplating. Like that game is oddly deep. Like the number of times you're in your apartment and whatnot. There's a lot to that game.
Down to one specific part I'm not going to spoil for John unless it's been spoiled for him, where like you basically can choose to do or not do something, but like the game doesn't.
I have not gotten to that point.
I'm not going to say anymore. But yeah.
Well, they'll get to it soon. You're almost done. So
That game's
Yeah.
so
have you? I found myself using like bottlenecking people a lot. Have you noticed the same thing? Like
sort
through,
of.
like doors and stuff.
I'm weird. Okay, so you're probably going to be like, why are you doing this? But I've gone through every mission wearing the owl mask, which is the one that finds the secrets, because I'm trying to grab all the Scrabble pieces.
Sure. There's no.
So-
I just
Sorry
played like the normal head the whole time.
What?
I just used the normal head the entire time.
You didn't even use any of the other masks?
You know, now that I think about it, I may have switched to one mask that I liked, but I definitely did not switch repeatedly. I stuck with one. I don't know if it was the default or if I found one that I really liked.
There's a couple that are really good. There's one that I got super early that was like, take 2 bullets before you die. I'm like, oh, that sounds really good. Especially considering a lot of my like deaths have just been like being picked off by shotguns.
Right.
Yeah.
But a lot of that game to me as well was like, I'm going to open this door, I'm going to shoot a gun, and then I'm going to hide behind the door and let people run at me.
I actually, for the longest time, tried to avoid using guns. I was just using melee weapons.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I realized, no, you kind of need to use the guns.
Eventually, they're so far away from you.
There are
Yeah.
parts, yeah.
Especially when they start having dogs and stuff.
Oh, this game fucking made me hate dogs.
Yeah, so you got to shoot a lot of dogs, man.
Or unless you wear the Tony the Tiger mask, then you can just punch him in the face.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Good game.
I've always wanted to punch a dog in the face. That's not
What?
true.
I
Dogs
used,
are
to be,
great.
I used to be scared of dogs as a kid because of a traumatic experience, so I was there for a little bit of my life. Would have rather punch a dog in the face.
I like dogs.
And then I got over it.
I honestly don't have much hate for dogs. I just hate some dog owners because they're terrible people. But yeah, I don't know. So, Hotline Miami is fantastic.
It's good. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to it because this was like Sunday. I played all this, but it was fun.
So Sunday was like the day for everything.
And this last game you have here, I know there's a story attached to it.
Yes, it's called Destiny.
Anyways, we're back.
All right.
Skype shit the
Hooray.
bed. The worst.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Continuing from where we left off, John, where did you play Destiny?
At home.
That's not the only place.
No, that is the only. Oh, at the Microsoft store for the opening for it. Now I know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
So I went to a midnight launch for it at a Microsoft store, and then
Where's
the
there a
next day,
Microsoft store around you?
there's one. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, sorry. Don't say where. I guess my bad. I'm just okay. Anyway.
But yeah, no, I went to a midnight launch at a Microsoft store. It was fun actually. We had a good time. Apparently, all the Microsoft stores from here on out are actually doing like 10 p.m. openings, so you can come in and play the game that you're going to pick up at midnight. Okay. And they let you line up at 11:30. They'll take all your money. They'll let you like prepay for the game, and then dead on at noon or at midnight rather, they just hand you the game. You can just walk out the door.
Cool.
You don't have to wait outside in the line. You get to just kind of hang out and chill out, play games and party.
Can you sign in as your gamer tag and put your save up into the cloud and pick up?
No, nothing like that.
No.
Half the game stations were on those little game portable like TV cases.
Yeah.
Travel. Yeah, they had like half the Xbox Ones were on those.
Is that because they don't have enough TVs in there already?
Yeah.
Okay, I was being sarcastic because I figured a Microsoft store would have more than enough projectors and stuff.
Well, I mean, because they already had like, what was it? They had like 5 or 6 already on projectors.
Okay.
But they were like, here's another like 10. We just put on the desks. Just go to fun. Go to fun. Have fun.
Go to fun.
Go to town. Have fun. Please find the fun.
Please find the fun.
Let us know if you have found the fun for your chance to win an Xbox One. Boom.
Nice. There you go.
God, what the hell?
That was pretty good.
Xbox, turn off. Yes.
Every time.
This is what, 4 episodes in a row now?
That's pretty good.
Not in a row. I haven't done it for a few weeks.
You did it last week.
I didn't do it last week.
Yeah, it happened last week.
Did it?
No,
I'm pretty sure it did.
No,
it did.
Not for a few weeks.
No, I'm pretty sure it happened last week.
Anyway, it heard there was fun to be had, and it was like, hey, I know fun. I want to get in on this fun.
I was waiting to hear it go back on there. But anyways, yeah. So, you play Destiny.
Yep.
What character are you playing?
I'm playing as a Titan. I'm currently level 8. Yeah, level 8 sounds right.
Okay.
What's the max? 20?
30, I've heard.
Oh, I thought it was 20.
It's 20 normally and then 30 with, what is it, light items? Or something like that?
Something like that. Either way, there have been people running around that are definitely over 20.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. The leveling up doesn't actually change any of your attributes.
Is it just like skill tree stuff or something, or what?
Yeah, basically you get like a skill.
Okay.
At least it seems like you get one every level. And then your health is determined by the defense of your armor that you get. But obviously there's like items that are like level locked. So like this level 6 helmet I have to be level 6 to wear, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Is it fun? What are you doing? Have you been playing with people?
I feel mixed about it, if you want me to be honest.
Is it less interesting than Borderlands?
Kind of.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I wasn't following all the information on it. So like I was going off the gist of it's basically Borderlands, but with like just the Halo sensibilities, which without like the humor of Borderlands, I'm like, that'll still be all right. It'll still play good. And the gameplay is great. I just didn't expect it to literally be an MMO.
Yeah, I've heard MMO. I haven't heard like any kind of Halo stuff, really.
It handles like Halo because, Bungie.
Is it floaty?
Yeah, like
okay.
You also get like a rocket jump and you get like a speeder.
Okay.
I didn't expect. I thought you'd be like, all right, you're in like this open area, then you just go around and do missions. I didn't realize it was like, okay, you go to the specific place, do the mission, the game warps you back out.
Yeah,
Then
it's
if
an
you want to
MMO.
go, yeah,
What made you pick Xbox One?
I didn't. I picked PS4, so I didn't actually pick up the game at that midnight launch. I just went to hang.
Amazing.
What? So you were
I got-
like, you were sitting there, you were playing on the box. The rep comes over and he's like, "Hey man, how you liking Destiny?" And you're like, "It's awesome. I'm gonna get it." And he's like, "Cool, let me ring you up." And you're like, "No, I want it on PlayStation 4."
I had a bunch of reps come up to me, and I avoided the subject of, yeah, I'm getting this on PS4.
Oh man, yeah, they may have started like crying.
No. They had enough sales there, anyways.
Okay.
I ended up like a bunch of friends invited me to go, which is why I ended up going.
Okay, so why PS4?
Because there's so much more content on it, to be honest.
Is there more? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's all like the exclusive missions, ships, weapons. So
And you're not feeling it. You were saying?
it's weird. Like, I don't know. It was not what I expected when I got into it. It still seems like it'd be an alright game. I was having fun playing it. I played it with a bunch of friends. I don't like that your parties for like story mode are limited to 3 players.
What,
That's
like three in total or 4?
3 in total.
Okay, well I'm assuming they have a specific reason for that.
I don't know what that reason is. The only thing I can think of is because there's only 3 classes.
Okay, so what's wrong with that?
It's weird, especially considering there are 4 of us that own the game for PS4.
Well, that's you specifically. What if you only had 2 other friends with it? Then it'd be
Well,
perfect.
then it'd be great, yeah.
Okay, but what if you had 4 other friends and now there's 5? Are you going to want 5-player?
Well, no, there are missions you can do with 4 players and 5 players and stuff like that. There's like fire strikes and stuff like that. Where you go on like these specific. You go on raids. Let's be real. You go on raids and
Sure.
you do MMO stuff, but
I'm in.
you need to be at a certain point in like a certain level to do any of that stuff, or a certain point in the story. And we weren't at that point when we played it on launch.
Oh, okay.
So that was the problem. We had to go through the story to unlock stuff, but to do that, we couldn't quite do it together because one person had to sit out.
Or you could have split into 2 groups of 2?
That is true. That could have been an option. Except
Yeah,
one of the
you could have been nice to the buddy and be like, you know what, I'll come play with you instead of making you sit out.
No, they ended up leaving for the night anyways at that point.
Yeah, because no one would play with them.
No, they played with us for a bit, and then when another person showed up that hadn't played that needed to level up, they stepped out.
Okay,
Because they were already like level 12, and we were level 3.
So it's encouraging sharing. And isn't that what we all just really want in the end here?
I wouldn't say that's what that was for.
Okay.
I don't know. It's interesting. I'm definitely going to play more of it. Whether or not I go the distance and buy the $35 expansions, I don't know.
Hopefully they're good expansions. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it much, so.
It's Paul. Are you going to pick this up, or I guess Sean, because you both got next gens?
I don't have
Paul
that.
doesn't.
What? I thought you had a PS4.
No, I do all my
No,
gaming
you're-
on computer.
You're thinking of me.
It's true. You usually are thinking about Sean, so.
Yes, clearly. That's what I'm doing. But no, I thought you had a PS4. So are you going to get it for at all? Because you can get it for 360 and PS3.
If it ever comes to PC, maybe.
So you're just done with last gen?
Well, they're not hooked up. Like, I have to dig them out and stuff. I'm not going to do that for one game. So, no.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up in the future. Just because games are coming out though, and I got a lot. I'm going to be reviewing soon. So, but I'll
Yeah,
probably pick it up
here's-
at some point.
And here's a question for you guys. Did any reviews of this game actually get posted? Because on the day of release, there were no reviews. Metacritic literally had no reviews listed.
I didn't really look it up.
You know what? Yeah, I don't look up reviews anymore, so... But you're right. Like, besides the Twitter hype train that was happening, like, as it was coming out, I haven't actually heard much critical analysis of the game at all.
There are 8 reviews on the PS4 edition.
Is Giant
You know
Bomb
what?
one
You know
of
what the
them?
reason? You know what the reason it might be? No, Giant Bomb won't be one of them. Is because one of those like major event things that happen in the game or whatever isn't happening for like a week. So a lot of them might be waiting for that to happen to write the full review.
I've heard a lot of places are waiting.
Yeah, and also
Looking at the
they wanted like the whole thing to go live first because it's such an online focused game.
yeah,
It's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
exactly. So
looking at the 8 places that have reviewed the PS4 version so far, the only places that I could say the name of and people would have heard of would be Cheat Code Central and The Escapist.
Oh, The Escapist. Okay.
I haven't heard of that first one. So, is there any reviews for the Xbox version? Because I understand like no outlets got Xbox copies.
No, neither for 360 or One.
There you go.
There are 0 reviews.
There you go.
And the PS3 version got 0 reviews as well. There's only the 8 reviews for the PS4 version, and that's all that Metacritic has listed.
They may have only sent out PlayStation 4 copies.
Hashtag Gamergate?
What?
No,
No,
I
I'm
wouldn't
just-
say it's
I'm
related.
kidding.
Let's not dig up that can of worms.
No.
Any other thoughts on Destiny before we move on?
It seems like a game you're going to want to play with people.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
MMO.
And with friends specifically, because it literally there's missions that you can only play with people on your friends list.
Oh,
So this is the Mario Party of next gen.
No.
That's good because I hate Mario Party.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna play it a bit more and see how I feel about it later on. My mind might change on it for all I know, because I'm only in the first starting area, which is Earth.
Right. There's only like 4 planets, I understand.
All I've heard so far is Earth, the Moon, Venus, and I want to say Jupiter or Mercury.
I think it's Mars.
Never mind. Mars would make sense given the intro.
Yes, exactly. All right.
okay. So that's
That's
it.
all I played.
Cool. So news?
There we go. I was just waiting for that.
Did you not play anything, Paul?
I mean, we could talk about.
Oh crap! I totally forgot about Paul. You didn't write your
We
stuff
could talk
down.
about Gary's mod, but I worked all week, so no.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we
What-
also
what
played
did you, what
Trouble.
did you play before you went back to work?
Like Gary's
We
mod.
played- Yeah, we played Troubles in Terrorist Town with people.
How did that go? How did the event go?
Shaky at first, and then something got worked out, and fun after that.
Okay.
Server issues, always the best type of issue.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff you can't control it or unplug yourself. It's a pain in the ass, but no, we got it working. We got, like, when we were having troubles, we had quite a few people in there. When things were working, I think we had about 11, which was more than enough to have some fun, but I'd like to do that again at some point. That was a good time.
Cool.
It was a good time.
I got killed by a swing set at one point, which was pretty great.
Forgot about that.
All right.
Yeah. Gary's mod. News.
There we go. What did I do? Okay, there's rumors that Microsoft is buying Minecraft
Yes,
for like $2 billion.
that's right.
And if that is the case, Notch will be leaving after that happens.
Makes sense.
You guys think it's going to happen?
Sure.
I feel like if we're this late in the discussion and they're already talking about all these things like Notch stepping down and stuff like that, that it's probably already underway. It just hasn't been finalized.
Yeah, it could be. Like, he doesn't want to deal with porting shit over anymore for Minecraft.
Yeah.
So he's wiping his hands of it and getting his few $1 billion checking out.
I'm just curious, like, what this entails, though. Like, Minecraft is on everything, like, including Microsoft, like, competition. So, why? Like, would
Minecraft
be-
2?
I can't see that being the
Like-
thing.
Like, why from which perspective? Notch's or from Microsoft's?
Microsoft's, I can easily see from Notch's.
Right. Microsoft's, they get the brand name. So they get sales.
They get the
sales for all the plushies and little dumb shit they want to sell to, and T-shirts and
and I guess they do get access to all the users, so they can just kind of like focus ads and
it's kind
stuff
of
like that.
creepy.
too.
Yeah, I didn't
A little
think
bit,
about it,
yeah.
but yeah, you're right. That's 100% what it is. They bought the user base.
Because there's no way that Mojang themselves, like, or any of their new projects, will probably ever hit the same like chord that Minecraft did.
Yeah.
It's way too unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're buying either. But I don't know. I see Minecraft shirts all over the place. They could now be the parent company of all those Minecraft shirts.
There you go.
I don't know. Anyway, there's a quote from Marcus Person, Notch. His thing says, Mojang does not exist to make as much money as possible for the owners. As the majority shareholder, I know every time a big money-making deal comes up that would make a lot of money, it's of course very tempting. But at the end of the day, we choose to do what either makes the most sense for our products or the things that seem like fun for us at Mojang.
Right.
So who knows? I don't know.
A whole bunch of money sounds like fun. So
yeah, there you go. There's an October update coming for Xbox One. And the interesting thing is there's going to be leaderboards for gamer score that go back as far as 30 days. This seems... I don't care.
Sure.
A little overdue.
Yeah, well...
than anything.
It's just, like, it's the incentive for you guys to, like, get as much gamer score as you can for as long as you can. Because now it's, like, well, now it's not just your total, it's how much did you get in the last 30 days. You got to keep playing.
That's so weird.
I don't have enough friends with Xbox Ones who are into achievements to do this.
Here's the thing. I was reading on something on the Xbox One, and it linked to a site where it showed like this mountain peak, and there were like different classes of gamer score rankings. It's
They're
like
talking about the live rewards.
Yes. Yeah, it's just like if you're over like 75,000, you're called like a gaming legend or something stupid like that. It's just like
I think that's the rewards program. When I signed up for that, yeah.
So what's Stallion 83? He must have his own, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Who is Stallion 83?
The first
That's
one
the dude
to
who's
make
over $1 million.
The first one to
Oh,
make like 100,000, 500,000 million, blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the rewards thing was just like 3 tiers. So I think 75,000 was like the highest tier. So, yeah. Anyway, that's an update that's happening. Again, I don't have enough friends to care about that. Like enough friends on Xbox to care about that.
Yeah.
And then last bit of news, 2 release dates were announced. Arkham Knight's coming June 2nd. Mortal Kombat X is coming April 14th, which is real close to when the last Mortal Kombat came out.
Nice.
So, and actually, was that also around the time that Injustice came out?
Yeah, I think. I feel like Injustice was an M month, so March or May. That's still pretty close. It's a month apart.
You can't get closer without being in the...
That being the actual
I guess
month.
that's the Mortal Kombat time. It's, spring, end of springish.
Well, because, it's like the end of the quarter 4, isn't it?
I think that's in March.
Actually, I just double-checked. April 16th.
Whoa. Okay, what about Mortal Kombat?
Looking it up.
I am so excited for this answer.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I can tell. You guys are just super excited right now.
Yep, this is great radio.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is amazing.
man.
This is taking forever to find an answer.
Well, actually,
I'm sorry.
Speaking of, but going
There's
back
so
to
many fucking
Arkham,
different versions of Mortal Kombat 9 now.
that's true. The Vita version.
April 19th.
Wow.
Oh.
That was insane. That was worth the wait.
It was.
Arkham Knight, let's keep in mind, the Batman release before this was like November. So that's a different month. And this news story is so boring now. We got to move on to questions.
All right.
Okay.
We squeezed as much as we could out of that. Where can people send questions in, guys?
Topdownperspective@gmail.com, facebook.com/topdownperspective, or TDP Podcast on Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
Or Sean_Booker. You can bug him 24 hours a day with any question. He will answer any question. Make sure to ask him about his fanny pack.
Okay, I'm not working on it. I don't have a fanny pack in this building.
You don't yet.
You threw it out?
Actually, speaking of emails, Sean, apparently someone mailed you a message. Did you get that yet?
I'm checking the PO box.
You should check.
Oh, right now.
No, you don't have to do that. But for next week.
Let me get in my car and go to my PO box.
Right.
All right, I'll check for next week.
Okay, we're on Corin, right? Do you guys ever feel that completing video games feels like an endurance run? I've been trying to collect all the Wind Waker figurines, and I'm slowly losing interest.
That's why
Yeah,
it feels like an endurance run.
Some games are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why you don't 100% games, you just finish them.
I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed.
Fuck. Yeah.
Did you play Assassin's Creed?
The first one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and you 100%ed Assassin's Creed?
No, God, no.
You went for all the
Okay.
flags, though, at some point?
I would like to point out, Assassin's Creed 2, I got every feather.
Yeah, but don't they actually show you where they are on the map after a certain point?
I think so.
That wasn't in the first one.
Oh, you're right. It wasn't. In Burnout Paradise, I got every single everything, and they do not show you where they are. All
Okay.
500 crashes.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus
did.
Big Surf Island, I did everything in that too.
Like,
And then I started on the PS3 version.
I guess some games that are just boring, but you feel like you have to finish it for, like, a review or something, that's kind of an endurance run.
I've definitely had that.
Yeah.
Like, actually, here's a good recent one. Bravely Default. That becomes an endurance run.
Oh, man.
It becomes like 6 endurance runs. But yeah, no, you are allowed to stop playing games. I'll say that. There's no reason that you have to finish the game. You can just play a different game. There's probably another game you haven't played yet. So, this next one, Zanari. If you were to live inside any game of your choice, what would it be? My choice is Battletoads.
That's a terrible choice. That is a terrible choice.
What are you doing? Any
Dead or
game.
Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
That's the only actual answer. It's just vacation. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Tomodachi life, man. Every morning we go down to the wishing well and we donate some money.
Yeah,
This never-ending supply of money that all these Mii's seem to have.
Yeah.
that's true.
Actually, living in like an Animal Crossing town, that seems like so relaxing. And it's so easy to make money. You just gotta like pick a few apples.
I can't think of an
That's
answer.
true.
Honestly.
Power Stone.
Sure.
Too many giant monsters show up in that series.
Yeah, but I would get one of the Power Stones and I'd fight them. All right, I need to paraphrase this next one.
Whoa.
It-
Okay.
Mitchell writes, he has a few. First off, question for all you guys. What are your opinions on the recent Mario Kart 8 update? I didn't update it. I didn't care
I
about
have
the
no
Mercedes-Benz.
idea what you're talking about.
I haven't tried the Mercedes-Benz stuff. He mentions here that bringing up the map at the press of button's handy, which, yes, I agree on that. I haven't tried the Mercedes-Benz cars yet. I've heard they're not bad. And the ability to just mash A to go to the next track instead of accidentally loading up the highlight reel is kind of nice.
I heard about that, yeah. So that's definitely cool. But yeah, I didn't look at the update. Question for John, but Paul and I can answer as well. So question for all of us. E3 was ages ago at this point, but what were your overall opinions on the Smash Bros. Tournament that was held during the convention, and how do you think it affected the opinion of the competitive crowd? I watched it on a live stream YouTube, and I thought it was a fun way to get people excited for it as we approach the official release. Even though I was disappointed that Boobs won.
Boobs
What is that?
always win.
What does that even mean?
It doesn't matter.
Zero Suit Samus won the tournament,
Okay.
Oh,
which
okay.
I'm grateful for because the guy who was playing Kirby was kind of playing like a shithead.
Okay.
He was basically attempting to Kirbicide or like just stay off the map and hide and not actually properly fight.
Is that the actual term?
Kirbicide?
Yes, Kirbicide is the actual
Okay.
term. It's where
Okay.
it's where you eat an enemy then jump off the map.
Okay.
Okay. I've done that
That's
as a
pretty
joke with my
douchey.
friends before.
Yeah, it's a douchey thing to do.
Okay. I didn't watch the tournament, but of course it's good. Why wouldn't it be good?
Yeah, getting a lot of like top tier Smash Brother like tournament level players to actually play it and get their opinions out to the rest of the tournament crowd is a great idea.
That's smart.
And Nintendo was actually live streaming it or letting it be streamed.
Yeah, it was on Twitch.
So
It was-
I'm glad Nintendo was doing that. Good for them.
Sure. They're
Because
catching
we've had
up.
Nintendo be we've had Nintendo be weird about that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't watch it. I guess John, you watched it. You liked it.
I saw the finals, so
Okay.
I specifically saw that match.
Okay.
Question for me. Have you ever tried to get used to the controls in Kid Icarus Uprising? Or did you throw the game away after the first chapter?
Wow.
I reviewed that game. I played through the whole thing. It's not a good game. That's my.
Really?
That's my stance on
I
it.
still liked it. I thought Kid Icarus was
I
good.
know.
The writing,
You
the
were.
writing was
you were-
fun.
I didn't. I don't think. I remember not enjoying the jokes. I think.
Really?
Or the voice acting. There was something I really didn't like about.
I know you didn't
Right.
like Pitt's voice actor. I remember you specifically saying you didn't like Pitt's voice actor.
Maybe it was that. I don't know. The review's up. People can read it. But I played through that whole game. I reviewed it. So.
I thought Hades was like one of the best characters.
Speaking of weird control styles, I read that. So, for the new 3DS, you'll be able to use the C stick in Smash Bros.
Correct.
You can't use the Circle Pad Pro.
Also correct.
That's just odd to me.
That thing's only used for like for Monster Hunter and Metal Gear.
And Kid Icarus Uprising, right?
No. Sort of.
You can use it for Kid Icarus Uprising, couldn't you?
There were you can only use God, what was it? It was a really dumb thing that people were actually upset about. You could use the button, but you couldn't use it for movement, or you couldn't use it for aiming. You could only use it for movement. So yeah,
Great, awesome.
yeah,
This
it was
is not-
it was really dumb. Everyone who like saw it was like, then what's the point of the circle pad? Because they came out at almost the same time.
You're right. Yep. I
It
know.
was really dumb.
Okay. Chillin writes, John, there are two particular blog posts you made in 2010 that he would like to ask about. But he's only going to ask one question this. Oh yeah, that's right. He sent in questions for next week. So there's one blog post he wants to ask about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us anything about the scrapped Superman 64 live action movie? And would you ever consider revisiting it? He puts your blog in the thing in case you need to look back on what you were talking about.
Wait, isn't
No,
your
I-
site down?
Yeah, site's down, but the blog is still available if you know the URL.
Okay,
I
so
know-
he
I now
he
know
probably
what the
had
URL is.
He probably had this bookmarked or something then. Okay.
Probably. Yeah, so the idea was that when I was originally going to play through the game, and this was back when I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, I was going to have like these live action segments go along with it, so like a little mini movie, where like the idea was I was trying to get rid of the game because I wasn't enjoying it. But I had this friend who was dressed as Superman who was following me around and basically haunting me, and eventually like it was like turning this weird dark story I had planned out.
Wait, like in real life, somebody was haunting you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
dressed as Superman, and the reason this came up was because my friend Mike, he had like this Superman Returns mask.
You have weird friends.
I do. He had this Superman Returns mask, but like it was the creepiest mask I've ever seen. It just looked like a
So wait, it
zombified.
was a branded Trout mask?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So he made this weird costume for it for a convention once, and like he just went around with it the whole time, and it was just like super weird. So I just like that stuck in my mind, and I was gonna get him like chase me around and do all these weird live action segments.
You know, I would actually say him dressing up and walking around a convention is not weird. Him following you around dressed up is.
Yes, that was the idea, Sean.
Yeah.
Thank you for piecing that together.
That's okay. Anyway, ever consider revisiting it?
Nah, it's time has passed. There's
That
no
ship has sailed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Joe question, RPG night? Even when the non-RPG people are bugging you, that should mean something.
What?
Is this like, I'm assuming like stream RPGs?
But it also says cap at the end, so
What is that?
Slash sarcasm, basically.
Oh.
Or like
okay.
jokes. Kappa face. It's
What?
It's Twitch. It's just Twitch stuff. Don't-
Okay. All right.
but yeah, maybe at some point there'd be an RPG night.
That's weird. An RPG night.
Is it?
Okay. That seems boring.
Basically, it would be like playing one specific game.
Just okay. What would you pick?
I don't know. That's what reason I haven't done one.
Okay.
Maybe Chrono Trigger. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of an RPG that starts pretty quickly.
Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Oh, he has questions for each of us. Sean, is game reviewing your job or just something on the side? It's just hobby on the side that I do. And his last part, I'm sorry, but I can't remember your real name off the top of my head, Mr. Exposure.
Me
But I
neither.
do know you do stuff like Retro Kill Screen and the Tale of Four Idiots series often with John. And I would like to comment.
Uh-oh.
You guys apparently did a bad job of introducing John to Minecraft.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I was waiting for this.
Because he didn't like it. There's so many bad uses of commas in here. Because he didn't like it till he tried. Like, I keep pausing and like, no, I'm not supposed to pause there. Till he tried out Ham Sandwiches server, and we treated him real nice with eggs and creative powers.
Okay.
And he loved it. What the deal did you guys do so wrong? How many commas are in that sentence? That's
Okay.
all one sentence, by the way.
I don't know.
That's
Why are you asking
nonsense.
me? That was Eno's server, and if I remember correctly, he was trying to kill all of us.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have a good time when,
How
I
is
was
this
playing
my
with it.
fault?
Because you were there.
It's true. Rule of the internet states that if somebody is there and you can talk to them, you should probably scold them for something they did once.
Probably.
Or didn't do, I guess, in this case. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, the funny thing is a couple people I know in real life are like, yeah, I watched that video. They really did a bad job getting you into Minecraft. I'm like, yeah, no, I hate it. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, based on that, I can see why.
Yeah. It's not that
By
good.
the way, his name is Paul.
Minecraft isn't that good, guys. Like, just straight up. The best part about it is going in and playing blocks.
I'm
as
sorry,
a game.
Minecraft
Yeah,
is worth $2
creative
billion.
mode.
What are you worth?
The users are worth $2 billion.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
exactly.
I know. I'm just being silly.
Yeah, no, creative mode is the most fun I've had with Minecraft.
Yeah,
But even then, I'm like, did it for a week, and then I was kind of done.
sure.
I made a roller coaster. It was pretty sweet.
Roller coasters are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All joking aside, though, I'm curious what other stuff you do.
Burningbarrel.co. It's all there. You can... Yeah. You can... I don't know what the fuck I do.
Plugged. All right.
There you
Cody
go.
writes, John, can you explain your stream title? Twitch.
You see, a title is where you write.
I don't understand this question.
I don't
either.
get it either.
Okay, no, I actually know what he's referring to. My
Okay.
title currently says no streams until after September 12th due to bandwidth issues. Thanks, YouTube. I had to download all of my streams from Twitch because I was transferring them directly from Twitch to YouTube, but YouTube thought I was using a bot to basically load up videos and just hassle users. So they suspended my channel, or at least the second channel I had set up specifically for the live streams.
Okay, I have to, for posterity's sake, ask the hard-hitting questions here. Were you? Because you were saying that a friend made an app for you to use, so were you botting to do it?
No, the
Okay.
app, well, I was handed the app afterwards to download it myself.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
So I did get that channel back like 2 days ago. It was shut down for 2 weeks, and obviously it was like way after the VODs were getting deleted. But because I had to download 375 gigs worth of footage, and the bandwidth cap on monthly for me is 500 gigs, which I rarely ever touch otherwise,
Yeah.
I kind of was limited in what I could do online for the past couple weeks. So I didn't want to chance streaming because they said, at the very least, you'll just have shit quality for anything that uses a lot of upload.
Sure.
So I just kind of took the couple weeks off from streaming, and I can go back to it this weekend.
Cool.
So, and the thanks YouTube is because they shut down the channel and I couldn't just save all that bandwidth.
Cool. I'm excited.
Hank writes.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was
Go
going
ahead.
to say, I'm excited to see that stupid Cards Against Humanity stream.
Oh
again.
yeah, some of it got deleted, but at least the first 2 or 4 hours I think are there. Like the drawings at
4
least show up.
hours.
Dude, we would play that game for a while.
That was a long time,
I
yeah.
remember everyone was drawing stuff. I think all the pictures are still there.
I still have the pictures, like the hard copies.
There's really
They're
all
still
right.
around, yeah.
Those are great. That Kool-Aid Man was the best.
Okay, that one might be gone. Just like bones floating in his body. So dumb.
And RJ, yes, all the streams, at least the pieces I could get, are downloaded. Some of them were lost to Twitch, but I think some other people might have the bits and pieces I'm missing. I'm gonna look around and see when I have to upload everything.
Okay, we can move on.
Hank writes, can any of you guys think of any games where the story is structured around something that happens in the middle rather than the beginning or the end?
So Memento was a game.
Thinking about Final Fantasy VII is what got me thinking about this.
That's an interesting question. Every time Hank writes in, it's just like, okay, how many video games can I quickly scroll through in my memory? Holy shit.
Bravely Default comes to mind for me, even though it's kind of close to the end. Actually, you know what's one that comes to mind for me is the first two Golden Sun games, because isn't in the first game you're trying to like start all the lighthouses, and then in the second game you're like, oh wait, we need to stop all the lighthouses. I think that's how it went. It's been a while since I played it.
I cannot think of anything right now.
Yeah, I can't either.
And I don't really understand his second one. Can you guys think of any other AAA games that structure their design around their central theme?
Mirror's Edge.
Persona 4 is another good example. Mass Effect 2, that anyone can really die on the suicide mission, and the loyalty mission structure. Fire Emblem Awakening, traveling. That's a spoiler I'm not going to read. I can't. What games wouldn't structure their design around the central theme? Isn't that what you want to do?
No, like the theme is like parkour, so like the game. Yeah, I do kind of see where you're going with that in a way.
Yeah.
The reason I say Mirror's Edge is like their entire design, like the aesthetics and that are like about like the clean purity of just kind of running.
Okay.
Which is why like everything.
Well, then I asked, what is a game that didn't do that?
What, structure their design around a central theme?
Yeah, wouldn't everything have a central theme?
I don't know, like maybe more a case of. I'm not sure. Actually, there's got to be something we're missing on this one, I think.
Yeah.
And then his example is he gets into a bunch of like metaphors and stuff through Final Fantasy VII.
No, that's what he means with the Final Fantasy VII question.
So
He talks about Final Fantasy VII twice.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII is structured around loss and identity. The death of Aerith being the main event is the main event that the game is built around. The early parts of the game build the player up to give you a lot of control, but then it's taken away. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
I thought that matched up with the. Can you think of a game where the story is structured about something that happens in the middle?
I think he was saying it works for both.
It was a follow-up question, basically.
Yeah, I think he says it works for both of his questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, Psychotic X writes, "What do you guys think of the Smash roster and that it is fully unveiled? That who's in the game?"
Don't care.
Yeah, I kind of just don't care. John, like,
yeah, it was the leak. The stream was the leak,
right?
Well,
so
it was a recent one, right? Like, it's from Japan. A bunch of people got early copies and just showed everyone else that was in the game.
Yeah, I watched it. Actually, I was watching the streams last night.
Okay.
They were a good watch.
So, were you excited? Are you happy that Ganondorf is in it?
No.
Okay.
I don't like playing as Ganon.
I don't
know. I'm glad to see like one of my favorite characters that they announced that I was hoping in the leak was real, which was Duck Hunt Dog. I'm actually incredibly glad he's playable because that seems like a good time.
I kind of don't ever care about returning characters. I'm always more interested in the new ones. So
sure.
The Juker writes, thoughts on the new the new Payday 2 DLC heist featuring Hotline Miami.
So excited.
Yeah, the trailer went out today.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Is this why you started playing Hotline Miami?
No, completely unrelated. I
That's
started
so
playing
weird.
Hotline Miami on Sunday. The trailer went up today on Thursday.
Oh man, Payday 2 is it's in your blood. You had a sense.
I just knew.
If you hadn't started playing Hotline Miami, would this have made you go back and play it?
Probably actually.
Because
I would have been like, who's this guy with what's the man idea with the dude with the rooster mask?
every time I have my activity feed and Steam up, I see you've gotten like a dozen new achievements, and eventually I was like, how many achievements does that game have? How is he not done?
Oh, dude.
It has like 200.
Yeah, I only crossed the halfway point.
No, I noticed that, but just because I didn't know what it was at, and I was just like, John plays this game all the time. How does he not have them all? How do you keep getting so many?
Every time they add DLC, they add more, and they add DLC like every couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently. Pino Graham writes in with 2. What are some of your second and third favorite games of popular series such as Zelda and Metroid? Second and third favorite. Okay.
Link to the Past for Zelda is my second favorite.
Yeah, I'd probably say that too, actually.
And third...
No, I'd say the Oracle games.
The Oracle games are my second
Sure.
and third favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sticking
Those are
with
my-
Link to the Past for me. I'm going to say Majora's Mask for third, maybe, just because of the gimmick.
My third is probably Ocarina or Skyward Sword.
Sure, okay.
I'm not a huge Metroid guy.
For Metroid, I'd probably say Super.
Super
And
Metroid
then-
second, yep.
Yeah, because I liked Fusion a lot.
Yeah,
Even though I think if you compare the two, I think Super is technically the better game.
dude,
I
whatever.
think
Fusion's so good.
Fusion just felt better to me for
And
some
it
reason.
does the horror thing so good with this constant threat
Yeah,
just stalking
maybe
you.
that I think that's what I'm thinking about. There's like one element of Fusion like I really remember liking. I think it was the
It's-
SAX
yeah.
stuff.
Hey,
It
we're
is.
not supposed to talk about our favorite one. We're supposed to be giving the light to our second favorite
Oh,
one.
you're right. Okay, Super Metroid is 2 for me. Probably Zero Mission for Metroid.
Yeah, the 2D ones are the best in my opinion.
Unless you can count it as an official release, that fan project or whatever, remaking Metroid 2. That what is it? Project
wasn't
M?
aware that was a thing.
Yeah, it's really good. It's basically Super Metroid graphics and playability with Metroid 2 gameplay.
Dude, I'd be all over
That's
that.
so good. Anyway, I don't know if you can.
And
count
his
that in.
second question is, do you guys play non-computer games? I'm an avid fan of Magic the Gathering. # bear punching. What?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure that's a thing in Magic.
that's
Bear
amazing.
punching?
I'm in. I'm gonna buy myself a deck tomorrow.
Yeah, we play tons of tabletop games.
Yeah. Usually Cards Against Humanity, Bang, I think we play a bunch.
We played Bang a bunch.
Munchkin,
I-
Flux.
I
Yeah.
picked up the Street Fighter deck building game while I was at PAX.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cap-
Actually, the only
Capcom
time
was
we
selling
ever
their
play
sword.
deck building games are when you bring them.
Yeah,
But-
because it was Resident Evil last time.
My group is
I need to
really
rebuy
into Avalon, and Love Letter is real good lately. I just picked up Coup, which is pretty good. Yeah, no, we play tons of stuff. We even have streams on John's channel? I don't know where those are.
Yes, yeah. Tabletop Time Perspective was on mine.
Yeah. Where are they? Are they still somewhere?
Yeah, I've got them downloaded. They'll probably be getting uploaded too if you want.
So people can find them on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to see us playing tabletop games, we played a bunch. So, yeah. And last question, Andrew writes, which drives you to earn achievements or similar things? Actually completing the objective or the title you obtain? Which I'm assuming he means like the points you get.
Actually completing the objective. Or in some cases, with Payday, a lot of the items you can get are tied to the achievements now, so that gives you double drive because you actually get something for doing it.
For MMOs,
But-
I like titles because it's just a stupid thing that goes under your avatar.
Yeah.
Mine was probably both when I was super into it on the 360. I loved increasing my overall score, but a lot of the times it would be like something to work towards, you know, especially if it made you change the way you played the game. Then it's just something extra to focus on. Like whenever I would play multiplayer, it'd be like maybe get 10 kills with this gun that I don't normally use or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do that just to mix things up. So,
Sure.
yeah. All right. That's it for emails. People want to send in questions, topdownperspective@gmail.com, facebook.com/topdownperspective, or at TDP podcast on Twitter. Guys, what's your games of the week?
I played a lot of really good games this week, but I'm probably going to give it to Hotline Miami.
It's a good game to give it to.
Yeah, it was my game of the year that year.
I'm sure it's gotten that Game of the Week award numerous times on this show.
Oh, we can guarantee.
Mine's probably Wipeout because I played so little of Layton so far. So I'm going to give it to Wipeout 2048.
Cool.
Paul?
I'm going to give it to Dark Souls 2 because I still go in there every now and then. It was
All right,
just nothing worth talking about, so.
Cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Another long episode. This Twitch stuff is weird. Skype is so bad. I hate it.
Skype is the worst. Don't use
I
it.
like how after that shutdown we reconnected, everything's run perfectly smoothly since.
Okay.
Sean never got disconnected from camera, never went robot voice really. Everything was fine.
All right. We'll have to figure stuff out we'll keep fine-tuning stuff. But we'll see you guys next week.
Maybe send in what you guys think. YouTube or
which
Twitch?
one was better?
Yeah.
Well, we'll do Twitch a few more times, so you can't just do it once.
We'll get it worked out. Hope. Oh, right. God, I fucking hope so. Bye.
See you later, guys.
Later.